Videos are a little crazy. It's so much to talk about, and I try not to make my videos as long. First of all, hello and peace be with you, everyone. Um, so, so I wanted to. I know it's just so much to talk about, and just so much proof that I can show for situations like this. So before you're going to understand the video I'm going to show. It's going to explain a lot of things and just proof for you for what I'm about to talk about today in this video. So let me play this now.
Two kids under 2 after their dad cheated and kicked us out to marry and procreating with the man of my dreams. Do y'all see what I mean though? And before I forget, shout out to D, Lil Subby, who shared this one with me. This is absolutely an incredible clip. So initially we see an old clip of this woman who looks like she's been through hell and back. She's in disarray and disheveled. Her hair is everywhere. She has 2 small kids on her lap. She looks very unhappy. And she says this was her traveling across country because she was displaced by her sorry ass fuckboy baby daddy, who cheated on her and kicked her and her 2 children out on the streets, left her homeless. So she had to travel on a bus cross country with her children after he did so. Then suddenly she cuts to wedding pictures years later, looking absolutely stunning, getting married to a real man who committed to her, who honored her and cherished her. And not only did he accept the 2 children that the deadbeat sperm donor abandoned, they also grew their family and expanded their own family and had 2 children of their own. Listen, that's a man, y'all.
That's a white man, if you're not noticing in the and you're gonna see as the rest of the video continues why I decided to add this to the video. um just this thing of just always blaming white people on things, just proof right here that who's really just let me just I already talked about this. Peace be with you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. This story is a very serious story that I'm about to tell. I would never lie about any of this for clout. If I wanted clout, I would make porn. So I just bear with me. I've tried to forget about this story so many times. So it's just a little stuttering, but it's not all the way. You can hear me very clearly in the video. But peace be with you and enjoy the video. Thank you so much. And if you can, I don't say this a lot in my videos, but because this story needs to get out and it's time for him to be canceled, Umar Johnson. This video, I would ask for my subscribers to please like it. And even if you are not subscribed, if you can just please like this video so that it can be spread around, because it's time for this voice to be heard at this time. Story time. I'm free now, obviously. Okay, this lighting irritates me when you have a new ass computer. I should be fucking bright, but my sunflowers help. So yes, the title that you read is right. It's not clickbait, and this happened 2 years ago. I was held hostage by a Black American male. This is when I did not have my home yet, and I was around 19. My birthday had just came up, and I turned 20, and I moved to Oregon, to Portland, Oregon, and this was like around when COVID was happening. I did not know at the time that it was going to be so serious. I had wanted to go on a road trip, and I wanted to travel because I knew that I used to live in Chicago. I knew that it was not meant for me. And stuff like that. So I did just wanted to do a bit of traveling, and I was a bit wild. Portland, Oregon is very much so a hippie place, and they have like, I wouldn't say the drugs are legal. If you get caught with a certain amount, you're not going to get in trouble out there basically. So I was being a bit wild, and there's not a lot of Black people out there. I really prefer white guys, but this is how the story happened. I was buying weed from someone out there who came from St. Louis. This Black guy, just hanging around them because I was working at the gas station. He came in. I'm like, okay, definitely need someone because I'm working at a gas station. I was there by myself. I'm so glad that they trust me with that job. And I was like, I wanted to not I don't know why, but someone that had a gun that could probably protect me because I was so nervous. Because somebody did steal from there before, and everything like that they had stole. Very scary for me, difference, but I did it. And the person that was selling weed out there, he knew this guy. He told me he was his cousin, and the guy, he went out there because there's like a lot of weed farms and stuff in Oregon. He came from Philly, to steal weed from someone. So he stole from a weed farm from somebody, and then the weed that he took, it got stolen from him, and so got the weed back. So he not got it back. He went to go steal some more weed from someone. And I didn't know, you can see how I am. I'm not even like one to even hang out with thugs. I prefer hanging out with different colors. I'm not African American males, but and especially for these types of reason, I felt bad and I kind of wanted to help him. And my roommate at the time, um, was another girl, a Black American girl that was out there. She had a car, and he wanted us to go to Philadelphia because he needed a car to get back. She had a car, and he was going to give us some money and stuff, and was so she traveled with his car. We were going to Philadelphia. We had to pass so many places. I ended up snapping the fuck off. I'm so glad that I did snap off, and we ended up getting arrested, and they found the 2 pounds of weed in the car. And I jumped out of the car. It was like really a crazy story, and it was a really adventure. And I'm so glad that I have my place and can sit down. But to continue, and the person, he lied on me and said that because I got them caught, and he lied on me and said that I did it and stuff like that. Um, yes, and for some reason I was in there longer and everything. I was able to get out. It was really scary because I was in Wyoming or Nebraska, and I was like, oh my God, it was so country. There was nice food in that in that place. Um, yeah, I'm not a jailbird. I just really hate those type of environments. It was really scary. It's just like I know I'm not a bad person. I do not My energy is not needed in those type of places to be locked up like an animal like that. He's the one that really deserved it. And I was so naive and lost at the time, did not know what to do because COVID got serious when I was in there. It was a small town that I was at, so for them it was not too serious because they already are secluded most of the time anyway there. When I got out, had his number, and he told me to come to Philadelphia. I don't know why my dumbass decided to go, thinking that he would be okay with it after. And I saw him, and he was very much so upset. I needed a place to go. It was not nice at all. I was just like thinking I'm on an adventure, and it just was not that at all. And I went to Philadelphia, and yeah, so I went to Philadelphia. First, I went to Iowa. Actually, someone actually helped me by going to Iowa, and I was there. I'm like, yeah, I don't like Iowa. I have to go. And then I ended up getting in contact with him, and I took a bus to Philadelphia. So I took one to Philadelphia and everything. The place I was at, they had bought it for me, and I got out there, and I don't know. I just thought it was okay at first. I'm like, okay, this is a new city. Let me check it out. And he took my social security card and my ID, and I didn't even notice. And this when I knew it got really serious. I'm like, oh wow. And I didn't take his threats and he was doing was I didn't take it seriously. I'm gonna try to stay on track because I try so hard to get this put out of my head. And for when I make these videos, I understand regardless of what happened, I still have tried not to hate black males, but so people that's narcissists, oh, you don't stop blaming every black male, baby. It's the majority of you, okay? Now back to the story. And while he was holding me hostage because he would not let me leave at all, and I did try to. He was with this Latino girl that he was using. So he had like two baby moms, so he had them with some Black American girls, very disrespectful to them. And he was with this Latino girl who had a daughter, but not by him. And he was using her. He basically was her finesse. And I don't know what is with these girls. I've had white dick that's good, and I have even Latino dick that was good, penis, that was good and stuff like that. So the fact that these girls are being so stigmatized, and I've seen this Puerto Rican guy make a video before stating that, a lot of these girls, they cheat on Latino men with these black males because they want their penis. Which all of their penises is not even big. So yeah, so she was that type of situation. She seemed like she was very stigmatized. and he was trying to get me to steal for him, and I'm like, what I'm not going to do anything for you and get caught for you, and I just got in jail. And he was putting his hands on me, and I kept saying I'm not about to do it, and he was also, I got to mention, he was an aspiring rapper. He does not deserve to be a rapper. His music sucks. um and he kept on getting still, and I could not steal from him. He was trying to get me to steal an Xbox for him, and then I didn't, and then he put his hands on me in front of these two Latino girls. She had her sister or something with them at that time, and I knew that these girls, they liked the fact that he was hitting me. Um, they like the fact that he was hitting me because for some reason when these girls like black males, they think that they're in competition with black women, and things like that. And first of all, I preferred white guys, and they were liking this stuff. And he obviously was not even being faithful to him. So she has no respect for herself at all, or her daughter's safety, to allow your daughter to be around a male that obviously has no respect for women, and that's not even the father of your child. And a lot of these girls, I don't know, it was really a disgusting situation. And I've been like, since that situation, I've been seeing like a different side from Latino people, that's very, very disgusting. And some people would say that I would be jealous of them, when it's so funny because I would not allow someone to put their hands on you, and I would not think it would be I would not be happy because somebody hitting you. And a lot of these black males say racist things around them, because a lot of them are insecure about their hair, their colorist, they call them. I don't call it colorist, I call it self-hating, more so than being a colorist, because you hate yourself. More so when you're just putting negative energy out onto other people because that's how you feel about yourself. And a lot of these girls would think that I'll be jealous because they have straight hair. And I hate bringing this up and explaining it, but my mother is the same color as me, and my mother has what people will call good hair because it's nice and lengthy and it's long. And she actually got her hair done by Egyptians in our neighborhood, and she would get her hair. She didn't get it done by black people. She got her hair done by Egyptians. That's how they were able to do her hair. That's how good it was. And so I've never been jealous of someone because of the length of their hair. I've always thought that was stupid. That's weird. My people used to touch my mom's hair and stuff. They were just so surprised to see a chocolate woman that did not have weave in her hair and things like that. Um, so I've never have been jealous of them because of this reason, and they have this ideal put in their head because mostly of these black men, and also probably because they're self. And this girl was not even cute. She looked like a goddamn pig and was not even cute at all. And I'm younger than them. They're like near their 30s and stuff like that. um and it was just super disgusting. He's putting his hands on me. He put his hands on me in front of his daughter, and then his baby moms. Like, he said he was going to throw me over the river. He took me to a river, and then he held me over. He said he was going to push me down there. And when I tell you guys, like, I used to be very conscious, but after seeing these sides of these black males, it's just really disgusting. Like, a lot of them get put on because of the help of women. Like, he couldn't do anything himself, and I knew I was going to be able to get away from him because he's very greedy, and he's not really smart because he's just trying to get, how they like to live that get money fast life. And he's very aggressive and greedy, and I knew that he was going to fuck up, and I was able to escape, which happened, thankfully. And also, I'm gonna what I was saying that I'm missing. So then also, he was holding me. He was still trying to touch me and stuff like that. Pulling his dick out. A lot of Latino males I'm seeing. He was in also roommate. He lived in the house with mostly majority Latino males, and they were even scared of him. And I'm like, bro, why the hell are you scared of a male just because they got a bigger penis? Like, that stuff is really, really weird, bro. That they would do something like that, and no one, could help. They were scared. One of the Latino guys did try to give me away, but he was really scared, and couldn't, didn't do anything, couldn't do anything about it. Um, so, it was just, I don't know what he has done out there. I don't know what he has done. He obviously did something out there where they're more scared of him, and I can tell that he has done. He definitely has killed people. I know that for a fact because of how greedy he is and how much. And I'm pretty sure his music is not even good. Illuminati would want to fucking pick that shit up. It's so, but I'm definitely sure that he would be one of those rappers that would sell his soul and everything like that. And it was just really crazy. His baby mother, was scared. She just drove off. She couldn't do anything about it. And these women continue to give get digmatized by these males, giving them babies when they should not have their bloodline continue, and these males are sick as hell. He can't even be a father the correct way because of him being so oppressed and colonized and being the slave mentality inward and stuff like that. And then one day, he was holding on to me. He has some very much so some issues with women. And this girl, the Latino girl, she saw him holding on to me and touching me, which is probably why she liked that he hit me, because I do look better than her. And I could, she probably just, she had some jealousy and was glad that he was hitting me. And then one day, he was holding me. I couldn't do anything about it, him touching me. He was holding me. He was like, yeah, one day I'm going to give me a strong black woman. I guess he thought I was a black American like him, or African American, whatever the hell they want to be. And I didn't even know that I prefer white men. So I don't even know why that comment was said. Somehow I'm going to give me a strong, I don't want you. And I don't want you to be with a cocoa woman. You can be with these dumb other races of women that want to leave, that not be with their men that are working hard, instead to ditch them. And because your men surely have big penis, and if not, people can get one. It's almost 2023. Go do that stuff to them. I don't want you to be with a cocoa woman, so I don't even know why that comment was made by him. I don't want you to be. You will be a very toxic person for them. Go be with them. These dumb people that will allow their daughters to be around someone, showing, just kind of telling a child at a young age that it's okay for a man to hit, for her to hit them. It was like so disgusting. And because of slavery and all these things that have happened with these black males, and then also African, I have continued to make excuses, but I'm not going to be like these older women continue to make excuses for these males, like these women not seeing the truth about Umar Johnson when you can just really see through him, but they're blinded by sympathy for them. And I'm very, regardless of me learning about all this stuff, the conscious documentaries I've seen with Umar Johnson in there, I still, I'm not blinded. I'm very open-minded, and I do not hate white people. And they need to get over this hating white people stuff, because you're not really seeing what the males are doing. They're not seeing it at all, what they're doing. Blaming.
Also follow me on social media.
Let me see. I'm gonna show this video and blaming. I know a lot of things are going on in this video. Blaming. I just wanted to show you guys this clip right quick that I see. Oh, fuck the clip. This is a real straight up point, because I need Cocoa Woman. I finally decided to share this story because I need you to understand the seriousness of what I'm saying, so that you won't be blinded.
Don't y'all be out here good. Okay, but we ain't talking about that. Don't y'all be rapping about killing each other? Black females out here, y'all don't understand the struggles of being a black man out here in America and not knowing whether or not you gonna make it home to your children every night because of the police gunning me down. Don't y'all be out here gunning each other now? Okay, but we ain't talking about that. Don't y'all be rapping about killing each other in music? We ain't talking about that either. We can talk about killing each other in rap music, but we don't like the police killing us. Stay on subject, woman. You brought up your kids. How long you don't even see your kids? And then, yeah, I be trying to see my kids. You know my baby mamas be tripping because I don't want to be with none of them, so they be holding my kids from me. You know that. Okay, but your baby mama saying you don't give them no child support either. Okay, but I still be going out my way to try to see them. They live 5 minutes from my house, Tyrone. That is out my way, woman. See, y'all, that's what we don't like, y'all black women's mouths. Y'all run y'all mouth too much. Y'all always bringing up stuff that's irrelevant. Well, was you cheating on me? Irrelevant? I only cheated on you 10 times. You act like I do it every day, bruh. See, that's why we date women of other races, man.
So I had to go run and get my tea real quick. I just wanted to show that clip, and I'll put her thing. Her name is Donna Dame on TikTok. She does talks about things like this, and also talked about colorist males. How dark-skinned males are very jealous and insecure about themselves, and they have envious towards light-skinned males, in which they really do. And this is why, hearing these things about them being Anunnakis and gods, I just don't believe this stuff. I don't believe that they are fit to rule. They have very much so insecurities about how they look. White men, they don't really have insecurities about how they look, so they are able to have more confidence than black males do. I promise you, Umar Johnson is not fit to be a leader at all. And people like Martin Luther King, if you look deeper and research him, I'm hearing that he also cheated, and he also had attraction, more so attraction towards white females, and everything like that. And also hearing that he was really murdered because he had slept with a white man's wife or something. We don't know if this is true, but yeah, a lot of these leaders that they have in portraying for you guys are really not true. Um, are really not true. I'm doing too much. I'm not going to edit it. I know. This story right here. I just after seeing a few videos, I was just like, it's time to tell everyone this story, especially Cocoa women. As I said, I'm seeing my stats on my YouTube studio, and I'm seeing that it's not a lot of women that are watching my videos. But back onto the story of me being held hostage by the slave mentality black male. So he was trying to sell my body because he wanted to get his money back that he was going to get, that he didn't even earn that money. He stole it from someone else, the weed from someone else. Wouldn't have even got closer to it if it wasn't for two women helping him out. And this is how they treat people. A lot of them are opportunists, and they like to use women for their bodies a lot, and they do this, but then they want to say I'm an alpha male and things like that, and say use the mess out of you, and then ask, tell people that you didn't do anything. I don't need you. So he tried to sell my body, and I was like, after when he was trying to take pictures of me and put it online, telling me to smile, like I can't force myself to smile. I don't want to do this at all. It's just super disgusting, and I don't care how much poverty you're in. The fact that you would do something like that, your negative energy, you're in a situation for an effing reason. But it was like, it was a disguise. It was just really great. I'll explain at least the good thing that came out of it a little bit soon. And so one day, because he kept on going to this Target in Philadelphia, trying to get me to steal stuff from him. And I knew, because he had put his hands on me, he threatened to kill me, that if I didn't steal, that he was going to kill me. And I went to Target, and then he kept on trying to do it. We couldn't get anything out, so we walked out. We were walking out, and then I saw him. He was a little bit forward, so I hurried up and I ran back in. And these two ladies that were working at Target, I had hurry up and went to them. Look, and I told them what was going on, that he was trying to make me steal. They had put me in the back, away from him. He came back in, of course, after seeing I was gone, looking for me and stuff like that. So the police were called, and I told them what happened. And these laws are so crazy. Regardless if someone has something that belongs to you, they can't go inside his house without a warrant and everything. So he still is free. I'm surely he's gonna still do stupid stuff. So I would not be surprised if he's in jail now or killed, or anything like that. So the police, they were able to help me, and then I was able to get my aunt assisted me, and I had to go back to Chicago. Which was and then I was luckily, it was a blessing, because was on a waiting list for an apartment, and I left, and then I got my apartment and stuff like that, and I would not have known about it. Probably would have kept traveling and not known about this apartment that I got, which was a blessing, because that's all I really wanted, was to do that. But this situation, I try not to think about it so much, and I really have been tried so much, and I have been have blinded myself to not look at what black males doing. And I've been one of those persons before that says, oh, it's because white men have done this to them. And you cannot keep on blaming white men for black males actions, because regardless of anything, it's black males that are saying these self-hating words and negativities, and they're putting this in their community. They always want to say, there was white people that put drugs in the community, and you guys are the one that distributed out to your people and pregnant women, their mothers, because you were so greedy for money that you did this. Take accountability. You cannot call yourself a male and then you want to keep on blaming stuff on white men. And saying it like the white man, like you might as well say master, because when you say the white man, it sounds like you're saying God. Like the saying, you basically, the way you saying is like they obviously are over you. Like Umar Johnson, he always like, talks about the white man. It's like 2023, regardless of whatever white people are, whatever all these things that they're saying, I have met white people that are better men than black males. And Umar Johnson, I'm seeing him on videos, and he's recently this year he made a video telling cocoa women um, not to let white people put their seed in them. And that is so wrong for him to have said that, because it's so funny, because I know for a fact if cocoa women were not his main supporters, and he was not manipulating them, manipulating you guys so much, um and he would not have any power. And I know for a fact that he would be with a white woman so he can feel superior over white men. I saw recently that he married two women, and both of them look, they're light skinned, look very, very light, and they look like their mother and daughter. So I know when I saw that picture, I'm like, yeah, I'm very right about him. He would marry a white woman to feel superior over white men, or have intercourse with them if he have not been in secret. He's just probably not doing, trying to not to go doing it, because he doesn't want cocoa women to be upset because everything he's preaching, especially after you just asked, you just said tell them not to let white men put their seed in them. And then, so of course he cannot be with a white woman after you just said some ignorant stuff like that. But he did. So he found something close to the closest thing he can get to whiteness, and there's two light-skinned women. And if I was a male that had the opportunity to marry multiple women, I would take that opportunity to be with multiple diverse looking women, is what I'm trying to say. He married someone that looks literally like mother and daughter. And these people, these coca women are still supporting these males. Like, he's not speaking anything peaceful for your community. All he is doing is saying hateful things about white people, and you are continuing to be upset because of slavery and what has happened, and not realizing that there are white men that are actually better than Umar Johnson. It is time for him to be canceled. I'm seeing him. I didn't watch the video because I'm not giving that video any views. Him on the Breakfast Club, and this is like the second time I believe he's been on there. Like, there's no reason that this male needs to be on there. A lot of his speaking, it comes from a place of bitter and angerness because he's upset that he's under white man's rule. And a lot of people find a lot of those males like him, fake, conscious. I wouldn't say conscious, but have learned some things. They find power and saying these types of things and spewing bad things out about white people, when he knows for a fact, you can tell by the two eyes, that he will be with a white woman. And I can tell, so he can feel superior over them. And these are the type of people that you continue to give your money to just because he has a school for black people and black boys and stuff. No, your sons do not need to grow up and be this type of male. He doesn't even he's talking about black people were the first people, but you're not even with a chocolate woman. He got two light women, and you guys do not see that this person is not he's probably sure a fucking colorist. And I know for a fact that Umar Johnson knows for a fact that he's ugly. I can't believe I'm actually can't believe that I'm actually saying this out of my mouth now, because I was so blinded before. I never thought I would be talking like this about these males, but everything is really true, and you have to open your eyes to that, and just be more open, because there are white people that are kind. This is not true. Just because Umar Johnson is like not like fully like that the gangster male that held me hostage does not mean that he's a better male. Always some BS that he's talking. Like, I just really feel like it's time for him to shut his mouth. There should be no reason that he was on the Breakfast Club right now. And he's calling himself an alpha male. If you're an alpha male, then why the heck do you keep on saying the white man like they're God or something? You keep on speaking about someone, but you're an alpha male as if they have control over you, which they do. They have enough control over him to make him an angry, bitter male, because that's exactly what he is. And I have no issue, first of all, with I love being the color of my favorite candy. This not the issue with him marrying two light women, because I have no attraction to him. He's older male, and he looks disgusting to me. As I just said, I like white men. The product of me being with white men is a light baby. probably lighter than them. It's not that. It's the issue. It's because I can see through what he's saying. By him marrying two women that look very identical to each other, I can see right through everything that he's saying, and it's more so bitter. As I have said before in my last previous videos, regardless of black males being angry about what white men are doing, understand that these black males would have done the same goddamn thing. You have to understand there are still tribes of cannibals, the black males do, and there are black males that rape. And if black people were really the first people on this earth, that means that they were the first people to kill. That means that this stuff in the Bible, if it's true, that means that God was upset with black people. If this was true, he was upset when he said he was crying, upset what his children were doing. That means that those stories are about them. So, to feel upset, about, these people, no male, he's not an alpha male, deserves to have a bunch of women. You're not even emotionally stable, bruv. Some people, just because he has a psychology degree or whatever, I'm not going to call him doctor. Some people you study psychology to be a narcissist and to do reverse psychology on people. That does not mean you're educated because you have certain degrees. That doesn't, you could be using them for a very evil reason. Like doctors getting, degrees and stuff like that. Some doctors do that to be killers and also to just be seen, looked at as a god because, doctors have to tell you this and that. And to be a pervert because there are doctors that have raped people and did things to people and stuff like that. So I had, just to tell this story. It's quite frankly disgusting. And I just need you Coco women to like just really I understand that you're the reason why they're here. You carry them, and I can understand and do not be saying, but they give it to us. Unfortunately, yes, you're letting them give you children when after slavery, the best thing for those males to do was to be left alone. They should not have been given children by you women. You should not have gave them children. I don't know why the hell someone would just leave slavery and they out there making 10 kids and stuff like that. Why I don't know women. So I'm not going to blame you really, but you have to understand you have partake in this disease and this of the black male. You have partaken in it because it has become a sickness. Yes, I do know that some of them have been incarcerated wrongfully, but a lot of them have been incarcerated rightfully so. As I said, I was raised in Chicago, and when I was there in Chicago, still to this day in Chicago, people are black males are killing people. There were no white people around. There was no white man that whispered in the ear a spell that says kill this little baby, miss your bullet, miss the person that you were intending for, and kill this baby. There was not a white man that was there. We're not going to continue to do this. You're angry and you're hatred for white people. You're not going to be able to see the truth that these black males are doing, because you're always thinking that it's them and stuff like that. Regardless of what, if we find out what white people are, you cannot say that them being on this planet, regardless of the BS that has been caused, has not, maybe it was meant to be. If there is a really one creator that created all the planets and everything like that, maybe the creator wanted them to come to this planet. Who knows? But no, bro, you have to understand. Like, I need the Korean women to understand this. I understand it's hard to see it, especially when you have a little son, probably right now. I understand this, but if you do have a little son right now, then just teach him these things and to be opposite of this, because this is just, it's just very sickening. Like, as this video just said, a lot of them, people are complaining. That's why people are not taking anything that people are saying serious. You complaining about people killing you and stuff, but most of the majority of males that's in music right now, they're famous from rapping about killing their people in their culture. So no one can really take this serious. Like, also you getting upset about someone calling you the N-word when you use the N-word. So I don't care if you guys changed it and made it positive for yourself. No, no, it still was used to be disrespectful. The culture of the Black American, they have become a culture that have kind of, they have insecurities, but they trying to make jokes out of these insecurities. hear him saying, "Damn boy, your head nappy, yeah, but," like, it just turned into now they just do it to other people before they do it to them. And there's also a study that people have said that they think that actually Black Americans are the most fucking racist. And honestly, I was like, nah, this study, I was like, when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, but they probably being racist because they know people are being racist to them, so they try to do it before. But that's not an excuse to say those type of things, because they are a lot racist. If white people were to stop being racist today, nobody no other races were no races at all, and they became peaceful, there would still be, especially these dark skinned males, because I'm the lady that I just saw you that's on TikTok. A lot of women, cocoa women, that are in the comments. A lot of cocoa women are in the comments, and they're saying that, they have more experiences with Black American males. I don't. They're saying that dark skinned males are very much so insecure, and just like me, they're saying they can't even look at a Black male because they're just so disgusted by just seeing them, and it would, even anybody would stop being racist, they will still have racism in their community, or colorism, whatever you want to call it, because these dark skinned males, these black males, just these males, period, they will be saying racist things. They say a lot of racist things out loud, and other people coming into the culture, the reason why they still are racist is because they're around these males that are racist. Like, I've been walking past, I walked past people, and then, these little kids, this was this summer, and it was a girl. Before I walked past them, there were a group of girls, right? They were younger girls, light skinned. I think I saw a Latino, and there was a dark skinned girl. I walked past and they were like, "Oh, you're so pretty," and I told them thank you. And then after I walked past these two little high school or middle school boys, I heard them talking about these girls and stuff, and then they said something about, like, she was light skinned and saying something. I'm like, bruv, y'all are still talking about this type of stuff. Like, when I was in school with the Black Americans, I would hear them say, like, they always be comparing skin color, like they have this very fascination and self-hatred for themselves. And I'm super tired, and I want all of you guys to awaken and see this stuff. You keep on blaming stuff on white people. That's not going to help them stop being that way, because they're doing it too. They still are talking like this. And then it was an Ethiopian boy that I think that said this. So, these African people are coming over here, and they're taking on the mindsets. Well, they already skin bleached in Africa, but they're taking on the lingo of these Black American males. And I'm like, no, bruv. As I said before, I was raped when I was 16, and my son is with two white women, and I'm very strong, and I'm not going to stop until it's understood. I don't want him speaking like this, because I'm not also going to be raped and you ripping out of my stomach, scarring my body, and then you ought to hear you say some colorist stuff like that. I'm not going to have it. Like, because that's so weird. Because, and then you dark skinned males be doing that. I'm like, bruh, I'm not offended. You are disrespecting your skin, yourself, and darling. That's all I hear when hear these out of your mouth. And they're so, because this ideal that men are not emotional. They, got this ideal that they say things, it's not going to sound like you're a punk. You are a punk, bruv. I don't understand. And these some of these males be males that are gay, but they don't want to admit it. But you will say this type of things out of your mouth. You might as well be gay, because you already look emasculated to me when you say these types of things out of your mouth. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on saying, I'm not offended by these things. I'm more so disgusted looking at you. Because I feel very fine. I have different colors of males from different races, Pakistani, Asian, white men that I've been with that give me beautiful compliments. I'm not thinking about what these Black males are saying, because as I said, the situations I've been through being hostage, I see right through them. And they continue to I don't know why it's just become like so normalized that they don't realize that what you saying, you do not look like an alpha male at all. A lot of these people that are conscious, they speak in all these things. You might think, like I did before, that they sound so real, but if they were really so real, they'll be saying the truth about what they really feel. Because Umar Johnson is not saying the truth of how he really feel, like that the fact that he's a colorist, and that he's upset and bitter about white men, and that he feel that they're his masters still. He's not stating those things, cocoa women, and they know that they get their power through you, cocoa women. They get their power through you, cocoa women. And because of you having so much sympathy for being the one, they know that they are carried by you, regardless they give them or not. A lot of the black males should not be saying we give them, because you know damn well that a lot of y'all do it accidentally and you broke. You don't have any money to financially even support your children. So let's stop talking about giving, because you do it accidentally, sweetheart. Majority of these black American males that have babies, especially now, it was on accident. So let's not, but the women carry them. So of course they know that they're going to get their power by speaking to these women, because and controlling them, because they know they're going to have sympathy for them the most. There are white men, as I've said the story about Clarence King, that have said that they were black, knowing that it's very dangerous to be black in America anywhere. But he wanted to marry a cocoa woman, so he lied to her. His name is Clarence King, and stated that he was a black male when he was really white. He was very white. And then we have this man. This was like in the 1800s that this happened. And then we have this male, these dark-skinned males that are self-hating. But then we have white men that are lying and saying that they black because they really wanted to be with a cocoa woman. I promise you, baby. Look at the story of Clarence King. I just saw it yesterday. I'm like, wow, wow. So this is a lie, baby. It's white men that are better. And you know, it's these older women that are continue to be the ones that defend them. Like I had talked about this on my TikTok. I talked a bit about it on my TikTok, and this older woman wants to comment, no, you just took his words out of context. She looked like one of those pro black ass old women. You know, it's going to be women like this, because they're closer to the civil rights movement that I am, that are going to continue to defend these males, because they, you know how close they are to, and they have a bitterness in their heart. And I don't like to use that stereotype with cocoa women, because it's used and I know for a fact it's not true, because I'm not bitter or angry. As I said, I like white penis. um but a couple of them are, about what has happened, a little bit upset, you know. And this feeling that they have is going to really blind them, because you're not seeing through Umar BS. And I don't need your advice just because you're older, because I'm younger than you and I can see through it. So don't, you know, leaving me videos and comments and stuff, you know, trying to explain. I heard exactly what he said. He said, please don't let white men continue their bloodline through you. That's exactly how he said it. And he said it many times in the video. No one took it wrong, sweet. For the lady that said that, no one took it wrong. I heard exactly what he said. You took it out of context, because you don't want to see through his ways. See the two women that he married with, and not realizing that obviously he obviously is, has a he's self-hating, and it's time to cancel Umar Johnson. So this story is about, you know, me being held hostage. I wanted to talk about that story first, so I can bring you the fall of Umar Johnson's story, so you can understand where I'm coming from. And yes, no, these are two different males that I'm talking about. I don't think Umar has held someone hostage, and I'm not comparing them, but I'm saying that the words that he's speaking, they're not true, and they're coming from a place of being angry with white men. And that's where, you know, where a lot of his words, where he's speaking, where it's coming from, is coming from a place of being controlled by white men. And as a male, he doesn't like that he has to be controlled by another man, even though this male that controlling you. There was also a study where they asked cocoa women, would you prefer to be ruled by a white man or a black male? And 93% or 97% of the women said that they prefer to be ruled by a white male. I prefer to be ruled by a white. I don't want to be ruled by anyone but Mother Earth. But if asking questions like this, just focusing on that, it would be only a white male that I would say. Um, you know, it's just really tiring. It's just been like a very just a tiring year, because things that I learned, now I have to unlearn those things, because I have to see the truth. People, it's not an awakening, because I was already like that. And for people that think that you are woke by listening to Umar Johnson, no, sweetheart, you're not. It's not woke, and it does not make you conscious by listening to him. Because if you were, you would see past, see through him, and see exactly the person that he really is. Just be open. Yes, they're the same amount of racist white males that are left in the world. Surely that's the same amount of colorist dark black males that are here too. So really, what are we talking about? You calling out, white people. You got to call out these people too, because as I stated, it's not going to stop until every color stops. And black males, they participate in self-hating behavior as well. So, they're not strong people. A lot of them are not strong. And with these TikTok videos that coming out and they say TikTok is toxic, it is toxic depending on what you watch. But what the people that I follow and the videos I have come across, they have been very educating to watch a lot of these videos. And mine also have been as well. Um, and you're seeing a lot. And there are also white men that I follow on there. His name, one of them is Eric B. Stone, which I would suggest to follow. And he is attracted to cocoa women, all colors women, I believe. And he has actually defended cocoa women. And coming out, there's more white men that's coming out defending cocoa women. Um, and as you were saying, with white males that black males are going on these apps and being disrespectful. So just really, I'm just so these conversations now that I keep on hearing and this profile documentary that just came out now. Before I would have cared, but now that I can just see right through these males, it's more so irritating because the full truth is not being told. And if I hopefully I do become not famous for my reasoning, but so that my voices need to be louder than these voices, because the people are not going to be able to see the truth. So I'm getting prepared for my time because it's about to come. And hopefully white people, well, white men, I'm giving them praise. So I will have no doubt that my time is about to come soon. Um, so I'm just getting prepared for that and I have to be strong because there are going to be a lot of ignorant people that I'm calling out that are going to say rude things to me. So this is just tiring. And yes, I'm going to say it again before I end it. I am not upset or angry about what they're done. And this is not why I'm saying these things, because even after, I was still supporting them after the male had held me hostage. These are me being by myself, and I'm just learning other things because I'm seeing it with an open mind, and maybe you should try to as well. And just we're all we're going to have to say for this video today. I'm tired of talking. May peace be with you, everyone. And just peace be with you, and please, cocoa women, I understand, please. I'm fighting, I'm still fighting myself, that I can't believe I've come to this realization. So I understand that you are going to fight yourself a bit too, especially when you have a son. But even if you have a son, still just maybe just teach him to be exactly opposite of this. I understand. I do. Just have a peaceful one, everyone. Just peaceful. Thank you.